What's up? It's Susie, and today we are making super delicious smoked peppered beef jerky. Let's do it. Step one in this beef jerky is getting the right beef from the grocery store. So I love making jerky with eye of round. It is my favorite cut to make jerky with. You can also use top round or London broiled. It'll just give you thinner strips. Now I want to give you a look at this piece of meat because one of my favorite jerky tips is getting your butcher to slice your meat for you. So when you buy the roast from the grocery store, you can take it to the butcher counter and ask them to slice the meat for you, and they will give you these beautiful, nice, thin slices, and you don't have to wear yourself out cutting it all by hand. Now, if your butcher won't do this for you and you do have to slice it by hand, that's fine. Just pop it in the freezer for 30 minutes before. A very cold roast is much easier to slice. The last note is to get it sliced against the grain, which means the fibers of the muscles are very short. This gives you a more tender jerky. If you are somebody that likes the strips of jerky that are really long strands and really chewy, you can have them cut with the grain, but I really prefer against the grain. I think it's just such a better texture. Now that we know what meat to buy, let's make our marinade. It's pretty simple. You probably have all of these ingredients in your pantry already. Into a gallon zip top bag, I'm going to add 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of beef stock. You can also use beer here, which gives it a really unique and super delicious flavor. 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and then our aromatics. I've got 4 cloves of minced garlic. That's just a starting point. You can add more if you really like garlic. 2 tablespoons of black pepper. I'm using a finer grind of black pepper here because I feel like it distributes the flavor of the black pepper better. But if you like it really peppery, I'll give you a step before we put this on the smoker to help really increase the pepperiness of your peppered beef jerky. 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes. Zip that up, give it a mix. We want to make sure that all the brown sugar and all the herbs are dissolved into the marinade and evenly distributed. Once your marinade is mixed, it's time to add your sliced beef. Now I like to do this 1 piece at a time. It does take a little bit extra time than it would just dumping it in there, but the separation ensures that each piece of beef gets coated in the marinade and it doesn't clump up in the bag. You don't want to end up with pieces that don't have enough seasoning or marinade on them. I'm not going to lie to you, homemade jerky is a little bit time consuming, but the results in terms of flavor and texture and freshness are totally worth the work. This is I have 2 boys and a girl, but my boys will fly through a batch of homemade jerky. That already smells amazing. So once you get all of your meat in, seal it up, press out all of the extra air, and pop it into your refrigerator. I like to let my jerky marinate for at least 8 hours, but comments on my post and my own experience says that you can marinate for longer. I've seen people marinate for 24 hours and it gives you a really super intense, very well saturated flavor. So to the fridge. All right, our jerky has been marinating. It's time for the next step. It is an optional next step, but it's one that I recommend. And I like to pull my jerky out of the marinade, dry it in between paper towels on a baking sheet like this one. The reason is by removing that excess moisture, it allows your jerky to cook a little bit faster. It'll take about 3 hours. If you leave all of that moisture and marinade on there, it can extend the overall drying and cook time of your jerky up to 5+ hours. So I don't think it loses anything in terms of flavor, but it helps me out a lot in terms of cook time. So that's what we're gonna do. Once your jerky is separated and dried, it's time to get it on the smoker. I'm doing this on my pellet smoker at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. I think the flavor of smoked jerky is so fantastic, but you can also do this in a low temperature oven. You just want to make sure that your jerky has room to breathe all the way around. So my jerky is going directly on the grill grates. This typically takes, like I said, between 2.5 to 3 hours. I like to start checking at the 2-hour mark. Most smokers have certain hot spots that'll allow me to shuffle the jerky around as I need to and make sure that it is all sufficiently smoky and cooked all the way through. One additional last step that is optional, if you really like that peppered beef jerky flavor, at this point when you add it onto the grill, you can sprinkle with a little bit of additional black pepper just to give you that nice black peppery, super strong pepper flavored finish. Our jerky has been on the smoker for about 2.5 hours, and it is ready to come off. I want to show you exactly what I'm looking for when I pull my jerky off the smoker, because you can't really temperature test it. Time is our best guesstimate, but if you know what to look for, it'll be perfectly done every time. This piece of jerky right here is perfectly done. You can see that the color has changed all the way throughout. When you hold it up to the light, it's almost like stained glass. It's this beautiful mahogany color all the way through. That comes from the smoke. It's pliable, but it's not necessarily soft. It's good texture that's firm all the way around, and it pulls apart pretty easily, but you can see this is dry inside. We're not still dealing with moisture, and that's really what we're trying to do with the low temperature and the exposure to the smoke, is remove the moisture from the jerky itself. That's what extends its shelf life and acts as kind of that preservative. Every time I do this, I end up sneaking a bite of jerky before I pull the rest of them off, and there's nothing better than warm jerky fresh off the smoker. It is absolutely addicting. Okay, I'm gonna pull the rest of these off while I munch on this piece. They're going directly into a zip top bag. I'm not sealing it, but it lets it kind of hang out in there while it cools down and gives us a really beautiful, tender, finished jerky. Oh, so good already. Okay, once our jerky is cooled, it's going into the refrigerator. This is jerky that you do need to store in the refrigerator. It will last you 2 weeks, which definitely extends the life of like a traditional beef product because it is salted and smoked. But this is not a shelf-stable product. It is fresh. You should eat it within those first 2 weeks, and I would love for you to keep it refrigerated. Once you start making homemade jerky, you're just never gonna go back. This is so peppery and so savory with a hint of sweetness. This is better than any packaged peppered beef jerky I've ever bought in my life. Now, you can take my word for it, but I have to read you this comment that I got on my website. I love when you guys leave comments on my recipes. It's like the greatest feeling in the world for a recipe creator. But Indira says, absolutely love this recipe. It was a hit with our friends and family as well. Super easy recipe. Marinated for over 24 hours, super flavorful, excited for the next batch. Like I said, once you start making it on your own, you'll never go back another way. Thanks, Indira, and if you guys enjoy this recipe, I would love for you to head to the website and leave a comment as well. We'll see you guys next time. I'm just gonna eat this whole bag. Oh my gosh.